Welcome to Littlefield University. Today we're going to hear the behind the scenes skinny of the brand video we did for Nectar Bath Treats.
Check it out.
When Nectar approached us to do a brand video for them, they came up with a theme, and that theme was gifting. They wanted to tell a story on how they capture the feeling of giving gifts to fellow loved ones, while of course featuring their product along the way. How did our team do in delivering the sweetness? Well, let's take a look at the video.
Hey, I'm Mike Rita, and I am the director of this video.
I am Tim, and I was the DP on this.
I'm Corinne, and I was the producer.
This video for Nectar Bath Treats, they wanted us to do something that was around the idea of like gifting. Their target audience is women, usually moms, and we thought it's like a thankless job, so can we have her family be giving her this gift? So we wrote a treatment that was basically like seeing a mom go through her daily life of all the things that she has to do, all of the thankless chores, and then finally seeing that she's been given this gift box, and then at the end she's like, all the stress is melted away because she's getting to enjoy the product. And that actress was, I don't even think she's an actress. I think she's a friend that we reached out to, and again, for this concept, it was like we want to see a mom and we want to see kids, and so she happened to have 2 kids, so we got 3 people cast in that role with 1 act.
Yeah, she fooled me. She did great.
And with kids, because it was a weekday shoot, the biggest struggle was trying to find kids who could get out of school. So this was just a friend of Duncan, and she had worked with Duncan in the past. The kids had worked on other film things in the past. So they were all great, and thank goodness they were out of school that day, and it worked out very well.
I think the house was great and everything looked good. There were a few times, I think, in the laundry room, especially trying to just make the lighting look good in that one, because it was such a tight space and I was essentially just shooting from the doorway. I think that was a little bit of a challenge. Just about everything else kind of like worked out really well. I feel like we were like very well prepared. We had a clear idea of what we wanted to do going into it, and we had gotten there early enough to just really kind of like see the space and know how we're going to set up the lights. So I would say that was a really smooth shoot.
When you are using an Airbnb for your location, which is what we did, you look for something that has kind of all the things you wanted. Honestly, that tub at the end was like kind of the biggest thing that we wanted, and then we thought we'll work around everything else. But yeah, that laundry room was literally just an empty room with a washer and a dryer. So how do we make that look nice? And so bringing in our own props, our own laundry basket, our own little light, practical light off to the side so that it looks like a real lived-in house. We shot listed everything, we storyboarded everything. Literally, like I drew on my iPad sort of how I wanted these shots to look. We had inspiration images, so going in, we knew exactly what we wanted to get, and then it was just, okay, where do we put the lights to bring this storyboard to life?
And we ended up actually shooting like 2 different versions of this. We gave them a treatment that we thought would work really well. They came back with a slightly different idea, and we realized we have enough time, let's just do both and give it to them. So it was fun to be able to shoot 2 different things basically all at the same time, and the cast was so on board. Everyone was really willing and ready to just run and gun and get it done.
Yeah. For the other version, the version that the client was asking for, there were a couple of different shots and a couple of different takes. And so one of which we actually had to come back to get a pickup shot for that. And that was actually really cool because we wanted to see her drop a bath bomb into the water and we wanted to see like inside the water, the bath bomb coming down and the water filling up with color. So we went out and we bought a fish tank. Actually, I think we bought 3 fish tanks. Yeah.
We bought 3 fish tanks.
We bought a couple of fish tanks to get the one that would work, but we finally got the right one. And yeah, at the office we filled it up and we dropped bath bomb in, and it didn't really work.
As colorful as they are on the outside, whenever they actually fizz up, there was no color to it whatsoever.
We might have just had one that, the one we were using wasn't as colorful. So in editing, we had to do a couple of tricks to make it look like it did. But yeah, it's a pretty cool shot. They've used it on their social media. And of course they used that in the second version of the video that we made. I told Tim, like, I wanted, even though it doesn't make any sense at all, I wanted the light to be coming through the windows in every shot. Like, it's just sunset all day at this woman's house. But
it was gorgeous.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
It looks really nice, and it's warm and inviting, and again, I think it's very cinematic.
Yeah, I would say that was my favorite part, was actually having that light shine through. We put the gel over it where it's a really just like warm sunlight that's coming through the windows. I think that worked out really well in a lot of shots, and it just added some character into the shots rather than it being just like flat and stale and stuff like that. It was very nice. Plus, that was the shoot that we used the red. Reds are always great, so love that.
Yes, we did. We shot on Red Scarlet W 5K, and we shot it in 5K, and we shot it raw, and it was so tasty.
Very good.
Pre-production for this was a little interesting. We ended up changing our shoot day the day before. We were supposed to shoot on a Friday, and Mikey boy here was very sick.
Yeah, sorry.
Which we were gonna go ahead, and then a bunch of other things also fell through, and we realized it was just gonna be better for everyone to push it back to the next week. So the days leading up to the shoot were a little more of a scramble than we like to do for a shoot. But thankfully, all of our actors were okay moving the date, and we ended up being, I think, in a better Airbnb than we would have been. Because really we wanted that tub at the end. But so most of the pre-production was just making sure everyone could shoot that day and we're ready to go.
Along with getting the product and getting the Airbnb, again, we had a full script written out, and we highlighted like what are the props that we need for the script, right? Even down to she's like at the kitchen, she's chopping something, so we needed to make sure that there was a chopping block and a knife and whatever that food that she was chopping was. And so making sure that we were fully equipped with all the things that we needed, so that we didn't have to scramble or go run out on the day to pick up something we forgot.
Which we did, but
Which we still had to do. And that's the lesson, children, is that as prepared as you are, you're always slightly underprepared. I think for me, my favorite aspect of the shoot was seeing the scene come to life with the lighting, putting the light outside the window, shining it through, having it hit the Venetian blinds, and then create this really nice texture pattern on the couch or whatever it is. When you see the location, it's like, yeah, this works pretty well. And then when the lights come on and the props are there and the actors are there, it's like, yes, this is perfect. It's exactly what I had imagined.
for me, this was my first, I was new to the team, so this was my first shoot producing. So I think my favorite part was just at the end of the day when I knew everything happened and we did it and it went well. Leading up to it, whenever you're new to a team, your first production, regardless of what role you're in, is gonna be nerve-wracking as hell. So being able to get through it and have such a supportive team behind me was really wonderful.
Yeah, go watch the video.
Watch the video, you're gonna love it.
Yeah.
It's very good.
We had a great time with Nectar.
Yeah.
It was fun.
FYI, we are currently burning one of their candles in the office. And holy flavor, the brand is just doing it right. When opening the package to get a Nectar treat in your hands, they hit all the senses as it smells incredible, feels luxurious, and looks good enough to mistake to be a real waffle. Make sure you check them out online and maybe pick up my favorite rubber ducky pirate soap. Yep, that's a real thing, and look at it. I mean, look at it. It's a rubber ducky pirate soap. Anyways, let's move on. Let us know your favorite part of the videos or a funny quote from the team by leaving a comment below. If you enjoyed this video, do us a favor, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and of course, hit the bell icon to get notifications when we post new videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in class.